going on, guys, and welcome to a little discussion regarding one of the newer cards in the meta, Red-Eyes Dark Dragoon. Now, if you've seen my dinosaur deck profile on the channel, you'll know I don't have much fondness for this card, and it's the reason why I'm playing Super Polymerization at the moment, to just deal with this card as quickly as I can. Now, for a number of reasons, I believe this card could possibly be unfair for the game. Now, these points are power, the ease of access, the price, and the overall degeneracy of the card. Over the course of this video, I'm going to be going over each of these 4 points in as much detail as I can, and explain why I believe that Dragoon is in an interesting place in the metagame. Starting off with power, this card is incredibly strong. This point can be proved within the first line of text on the card. It cannot be destroyed by card effects, and neither player can target this card with card effects. Now, this in itself is enough to make a powerful boss monster. When we look back at previous metas and the most powerful cards, most tend to have a similar line of text somewhere in its effect. When you think of the likes of Cosmo Dark Destroyer, Apocryphal Towers, even Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax, all of these cards involve something in the lines of an incredible defense, where it can't be it can't be targeted, it can't be destroyed by card effects. It's just insane. Now, when we move on to the second effect, during your main phase, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. Not so much of a big deal. It's simple destruction at first glance, however, the effect does not target, and there's a second part to this effect that really improves the card further. You can use this effect a number of times per turn up to the number of normal monsters used as fusion material for this card. Now, this is where the first problem arises for me. Twice per turn you can destroy a monster. You can inflict burn damage. And looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! Today and the big monsters used, they tend to have upwards of about 2,500 attack points, if not more. So when you think about it, doing that twice per turn, you've got 5,000 points of burn damage for free. And on top of the fact that this card has got 3,000 attack, that's going to be a stolen win. Straight away, you're summoning Dragoon, 5,000 points of burn, attack for 3,000, that's 8,000, that's game. And to add the cherry on top, this card's also a negate, but only once per turn, which, to be honest, is fine. Most cards nowadays are about a bajillion negates and they all go haha brrr. I can overlook this pretty easily. In addition, the 1000 attack boost it gets when it does negate is always a nice touch. However, this just makes the previous point more of a problem in the long run, whereas instead of dealing with 3000 attack monster, you got a 4000, and then 5000, 6000, so on and so forth. Overall, I think I can give this card a solid 8.5 out of 10 in terms of power. If it were unaffected by all card effects, such as the likes of Ultimate Falcon, then it would likely be a perfect 10. Moving on to the ease of access of this card. Now, most people will be making this card using Red-Eyes Fusion, which is fine. Reading the likes of Red-Eyes Fusion and its effects, it does state that you cannot special or normal summon when using the effect of Red-Eyes Fusion. That's it, you use Red-Eyes Fusion, that's your turn done. That, pretty balanced, that's not bad. So, when you think about it, using Red-Eyes Fusion, your end board would just be a Dragoon, maybe a bit of back row, not a problem. You can just bait in the gate and carry on with your day. Everyone's happy. However, that's not the only way to make Dragoon. Enter Predaplant Verte Anaconda. Now, this little treasure is a generic Link 2 with a pretty insane effect. You can pay 2,000 life points to send a fusion or a polymerization card from your deck to the graveyard and copy its effects. Now, this includes Red-Eyes Fusion, but the interesting thing is you can use this effect at the end of your combo. So to properly utilize this, you would always want to make sure Anaconda's effect is the last monster effect to activate in your combo. Otherwise, you're not going to go much further than a Link 2 with only 500 attack and a Dragoon on field. Now, these two cards together make for an incredibly strong addition to any deck. And this is the main reason I believe Dragoon to be a little bit unfair in today's metagame. In fact, this little shenanigan is what brought me the idea of this video. And as a quick little side note, if you want to know how to make Dragoon a bit more of a fair card, just get rid of Anaconda. Just completely get rid of it. That way, if you're making a Dragoon, the only card you're going to have is Dragoon. That's fine. That people can deal with that. Now, to rate this on ease of access, it's got to be a 10 out of 10. Any two monsters is a Dragoon. It can't really get much easier than that. You get two monsters on field, you make your Anaconda, do whatever the hell you want, and then Anaconda's effect will bring out Dragoon. Now, as for price, here in the UK, an English Dragoon will cost you anywhere between £40 and £55 on the likes of eBay as well as Card Market. As of making this video, that's a pretty hefty price for a piece of shiny cardboard, and I believe the power and presence of this card justifies the price pretty well. Now pair this with an Anaconda as well, and you can add an extra £25, so this little package for your extra deck will cost anywhere between £65 and £80. And when you think about it, that's a lot of money, but it's not really out of the realm of possibility for Yu-Gi-Oh players. We have spent a lot more money on a lot less, and with each set that comes out, there's always that big old price card that we can't resist dropping triple figures on, just for the sake to say, haha, we got it, we're now better. When you think about it, it's similar to the likes of Lightning Storm and Forbidden Droplets. It's a lot of money for a good card. So if you can afford it, get it, and no one's going to stop you. And in the words of some guy on the internet, to win at Yu-Gi-Oh, just put more money into the game. Now as for the overall degeneracy of this card, it's strong, it's easy to make, and it almost shaped a meta around it. But can you call it degenerate? Honestly, no, not really. More often than not, you'll be staring this card down as a turn 1 play, so for you, it's just a negate to get over. Yes, it can't be targeted, and it can't be destroyed by card effects. However, it can be negated by effects that don't target, and it can always be sent directly to the graveyard, through the likes of a kaiju or whatever. It can also be destroyed by battle, so using something like Boral Sword in 2020 doesn't seem like such a meme. However, if you're going second and you're making the Dragoon, it's a bit more beneficial and a bit more strong. With the effect to destroy 2 monsters and burn your opponent, you will easily steal games. But the effects can be negated, and with this format of haha break my board or you lose, I don't think Dragoon is anywhere near the best card in the game. I also don't think I can call the card unfair or unbalanced. Though I can call the card strong, because it's incredibly strong, I'm more interested to know what you all think. What does the community think about Dragoon? Would you consider Dragoon fair? Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos like these. Any support is going to be considered good support. Now enjoy your day, guys, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. See you later.